What's happening, guys, and welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. We're here today with a juicy part 2. Last time we talked shop, we were breaking down some alternate versions of The Flash. So today, well, you clicked the video, you know exactly why you're here. I'm Taylor McWaters, and here are 10 more versions of the Scarlet Speedster. Let's dive in. Kicking off the list at number 10, Bizzaro Flash. When the Flash made his first appearance in Showcase issue 4, his first villain was the slowest guy ever, named, appropriately, the Turtle. Now the Flash at this point wasn't used to his newfound speed, so he kept sprinting by him. Also, the Turtle was great at spray painting silhouettes, which helps. It was a fun origin story to show how fast the Flash can really go, but if it came down to it, who would win in a fight, Bizzaro Flash or the Turtle? Coming from Action Comics issue 856, Bizzaro Flash, the fattest man on Earth instead of the fastest, actually took down 4 dudes with his, body weight. Now this is Bizzaro World characters, so they act as their opposites. It's a fun alternate that I wanted to throw in, but I really do believe that this guy could actually fall on the Turtle and just crush him to death. Because being slower in that first Showcase issue would have probably done the trick for the Flash. What do you guys think? Let us know down below. Number 9, Johnny Quick. Jonathan Chambers made his first appearance in More Fun Comics issue 71. He comes from the original Earth 2, the same time as around World War I. Johnny at the time was a news photographer, and his guardian and role model, Professor Ezra Gill, figured out this equation, okay? He took a papyrus from the ancient tomb of King Amen, studied it, and then realized that this formula could be the secret to tapping into the 4th dimension of time. Interstellar stuff, let's do it. But sadly, he didn't get to live that far, so he passed his formula down to Jonathan and told him how to use it. Jonathan was inspired by the Earth 2's Flash, Jay Garrick, so he too made a costume, an alias, and started saving the day as Johnny Quick. Now he wasn't as fast as Jay, but still, this was a major upgrade, not bad at all. He was soon recruited into the government's all-star squadron, and after World War II, he joined the reconstructed Justice Society. Now once he retired, for the most part, he married another superhero, Liberty Bell, and they had a nice honeymoon on Earth S. Now before we head over to number 8, if you're enjoying the video, please just throw us a thumbs up, share the love. Those clicks do go a long way for us in our channel. You're the best, thank you so much. Now let's get right back to this list. Number 8, Jessie Quick. AKA Jessie Chambers, the daughter of Golden Age heroes Johnny Quick and Liberty Bell. Jessie made her first comic book appearance in Justice Society of America Volume 2, and her father taught her the formula that allows her to tap into the Speed Force as well. It's like Pythagorean's theorem, but a little bit more useful, just a tad. She wasn't throwing villains into the future, but while she was studying at Gotham University, the Justice Society of America came back, so she studied these returned heroes. She was working on a thesis about the importance of superheroes in society, so it was her homework to stalk them, essentially. Her father got her to drop off some documents to the team, and in doing so, she ended up joining them as Jessie Quick. Jessie took over the Liberty Bell name in the 3rd iteration of the JSA, and then later married the 2nd Hour Man, Rick Tyler. Number 7, John Fox. Making his first appearance in the Flash Special Issue 1, John Fox resided comfortably in the future, year 2645 to be exact. He was a historian for the National Academy of Science in Central City, and his life changed when the radioactive villain Manfred Moda showed up. Now he was causing destruction, the world was in chaos because of this guy, so the Academy decided, you know what, let's just send John back in time because we're in the future and we can do that, and then John can grab a Flash or two, come back and then help us take down Moda together as a big happy family. Now the plan didn't work, he couldn't get any Flashes to come back to the future with him, but during his cosmic commute, John himself got super speed. So he quickly suited up and took down Moda himself. John Fox is actually named after writers John Broome, co-creator of Barry Allen and Wally West, and Gardner Fox, who co-created Jay Garrick. Super fun. Now this sounds like the dream scenario, but John lost his job when speed robots came into the picture. The future is all but bright. Number 6, Bart Allen. Making his first full appearance in The Flash Volume 2, Issue 92, Bart Allen was the grandson of Barry Allen, his father was Don Allen, and his mother was Milani Thawne, descendant of Flash villains Cobalt Blue and Professor Zoom. So it's a nice Game of Thrones type family. We've got a lot of people in and out of the timeline. Now Bart was of course born with his grandfather's gift, but he also aged at hyperspeed, which is a little concerning. When he was 2 years old, his body was already at age 12. It's like Benjamin Button, but, with more explosions. President Thawne had the Dominators abduct Bart so they could do experiments and all that evil jazz, but they ended up creating a clone of Bart called Inertia. Bart was of course going to die earlier than most because of his aging problem, so Iris West took him to the 20th century so the 3rd Flash, Wally West, could teach Bart how to control his powers. Bart later came back as Impulse and was one of the founding members of Young Justice. Happy endings for all. Number 5. Danica Williams. First appearing in Batman Beyond Unlimited issue 13, Danica Williams was the daughter of a transportation engineer at Star Labs. Her dad's boss was Cyborg and the year is 2040, so they would hop town to town improving transportation by using metahuman technology. Danny wanted to be a track star, but asthma made that a challenge. Plus, Danny would also see and speak to people that weren't really there. She would see these figures in her head. So she had her hands full of complications as is. Well, it turns out she's not really crazy at all. These people are alternate reality versions of the Flash, communicating to her via the Speed Force. So she too had super speed, she just didn't know it. Now, once she discovered her hidden talents, she mastered them. Danny could soon run on air molecules. She got so good, so fast. This actually impressed Bart Allen. He couldn't even get to that point. She had a loaded summer. She spent her time training with every version of the Flash, and she got parkour lessons on the side. Most superheroes hide their secret life from their family, but when Danica told her parents about her gift, her scientist father designed her a suit that would protect her. Later on, she convinced the owner of the Flash Museum to give her a job, and Danica is literally the dream Flash. I mean, minus the whole asthma stuff, of course. Everything else is pretty good. Number 4, Accelerated Man. First appearing in Grant Morrison's Multiversity story, Accelerated Man comes from Earth 19. A reality that resembles Victorian-era England, only as King Edward rules, this Earth 19 incorporated electrical technology. So it's quite advanced, this world. It just looks, old-timey. There were other superheroes here as well, like the Batman, the Wonder Woman, the Shrinking Man, and of course, the Accelerated Man. He was also seen in CW's Flash series. In season 3, the episode titled Attack on Central City, you see him pop up. Now, the Accelerated Man rocks the goggles, the face wrap, the scarf. I mean, style-wise, this version of the Flash, killing it. Absolutely killing it. Number 3, Green Lightning. Go Green Lightning. Okay, Ally Rayner West is a descendant of both Kyle Rayner and Wally West. What a dream combo, oh my god. She holds a power ring and can also run at super speed. She first appeared in Green Lantern's Circle of Fire issue 1, created by Kyle Rayner's mind. Now, spoiler alert, she isn't around for too long, but she's definitely worth a mention. I mean, just her powers alone were quite impressive in this comic. Number 2, Tanaka Rei. Coming from Earth D, making his first appearance in Legends of the DC Universe Crisis on Infinite Earths, Tanaka was the Flash going head-to-head with that universe's Mirror Master when Barry Allen accidentally arrived in his universe. So when Barry arrived in this world, he called the Justice League to come help fight off these shadow demons, and Tanaka called on his Justice Alliance. Now together they built a cosmic treadmill and evacuated most of Earth D before it perished. Now both Flashes were powering this thing, but at the end, Tanaka and the Justice Alliance stayed and fought off the shadow demons until the very end, until their world ended. Now it's one thing to meet your hero, but to spend your last mission fighting alongside them, that's a pretty ideal way to go out. And finally, number 1, Kryad. The 98th century Flash. Let's finish on a dark note. I always love doing that. In this future, all humans have become telepathic, but there is now this new creature that popped up and was making everybody lose their minds, and they had like a constant fever as well. This future of humans wasn't looking bright at all. So this history buff at the time named Kryad read up on these 20th century superheroes and traveled back in time to get his hands on maybe a Green Lantern ring. That would be nice. Now when he got there, he couldn't find the lantern, so he instead figured he would take Flash's speed and just do that instead. Now the Flash didn't fall for his tricks, but he did go back a few years to the night the original Flash got his powers. Barry used the chemicals that were spilled onto his old clothes that night, and then Kryad got super speed that way. Now thanks to the mind reading, Kryad picked up all these tricks that the Flash would use, and then he returned to his era and sacrificed his life taking on said beast. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around, but you know the drill. Before you head out, drop a comment or two on any list you'd like to see in the near future. We'll try to get around to all of them. That's our job, right? I've been your host, Taylor McWaters, and we'll see you next time on Top 10 Nerd. See ya.